today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Yeah, he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Prescott on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he gets it down a yard or 2. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To the air again, Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. On the draw, it's Pollard, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott now. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Powell. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Little bootleg here. Howell. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2nd and 9. Here's Howell. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Howell now to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. James Cook, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott off play action. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
First down, Howell to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Howell. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, Howell. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. It will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to throw now. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott going right back to Ferguson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now throwing on first down here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw on second and 10. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Third and 2. Here's Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That'll go as a pickup of 8. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Howell. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Howell, third and goal. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Pollard again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Here's Pollard. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, the perfect season